Well, GSOLAR is with us here just now. How are you doing today?
I'm super great. How are you, my man?
Yep, I'm doing great as well. Now,
Nice.
how would you describe the overall sound of the music you make, first of all?
Mm, I I would actually describe my music as pretty unique.
Mm,
It's a very big variation of my sound. Sometimes I do like heavy rap stuff, like drill music. Sometimes I do like singing on trap soul beat. So I
mhm,
don't place myself in a specific genre. I just do everything that I get my hands over. Like if I get a feeling for doing a smooth love song, I will do that. If I have a feeling for a heavy rap song, I will do that as well. So
yeah,
it all depends on the feeling I get from the beat, the instrumentals from day to day. Like,
yeah. And that's quite interesting. Do you find that you don't really like tying yourself to one genre and being restricted?
nah, exactly. Because I feel like every time I do so, like when I feel like I get attached to a new sound, like okay, I found something that I really like to do. The next day I'm tired of it. So like I have to change every time, and that's sometimes positive, sometimes negative. But I find that as my strength because I always willing to keep learning new stuff, new sounds, and that's what makes me um unique in that way. I would say like.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you find that, your fans still want to listen to all these different types? They didn't just find you because they liked one genre and then didn't like the other songs.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because I have for those who listen to my music, as long as you for me, I'm independent artist. So as long as I'm an independent artist, I have the opportunity to actually try different things to see what the audience what I gain the most of it. And for me, I'm always looking for what in what way my songs will affect people and how they react to it. Of course, it's for me first. If I enjoy listening to it, whatever type of music it is, because I listen to everything. So then
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what type of song it is, but it's important to also see the reaction from the response from the audience as well. So I keep entertaining them. I'm a good
Yeah.
entertainer, I guess.
Yeah, that's important. So,
Yeah.
how did you get into music in the first place then?
I started off when I was like 16, 6 years old, I think.
Wow.
I was just playing around, but I didn't take it that seriously. I was just like playing around. I brought a speaker every time and I performed like I was into 50 Cent and Eminem and all that era. So I performed that to uh, to my parents, and I actually thought like I was a star at that age. So I was just playing around for fun. Then I started taking it more seriously when I was 21, I think. So it's been a pretty big gap between where I actually took it serious. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
but it
how
started
did
early.
you make that jump to decide I can do this properly?
Mm. I don't know. It's actually I think it was because I listened to a lot of music. Like I always love to listen to music in all type of genres. It doesn't matter if it was Swedish music, English music, French music, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think when I started listening to it and I saw how could this song be better? And I started
Yeah.
to analyze in songs and think like, okay, this hook is great, but the verse is not. And I started to think like I could solve a problem. I think I got more of a producer mind than actually an artist sometimes. So that's how it started. I enjoy listening to music, different type of music, and I also thought in my mind like every artist do, I could do this better. And when I started off, it just happened by an accident. I just started to
Yeah.
write music and think like, I'm pretty good at this, and
Yeah.
just went with the flow. Like.
And if you had started making music properly when you were 6, do you think it would be any good?
No, I think in my head it would definitely sound good, but it would not be that good. Like
Yeah.
when I first started off music, I think when I was 21, every time I wrote a song, that's the problem with me. You know, I write a song and I think that this is the biggest hit ever. I
Yeah.
thought that when I wrote the first song, but when you've done like 20, 30 songs, you realize that the first song was actually shit, but you know,
Yeah.
it takes experience to get better. So
Yeah, absolutely. And I
yeah.
think most people who play a musical instrument or consider themselves to be quite musical
Hmm.
probably haven't went on and became a
Mm.
professional musician. Do you think it takes maybe a little bit extra talent to become a musician, or maybe just more confidence in yourself, or do you just have to be interested in it to start with?
Um, that's a pretty interesting question because
Hmm.
I think actually everybody could be a good musician actually because
Yeah.
I think I saw with Ed Sheeran. I think when he showed his first music and he's actually trained to sing. He's not like a
Yeah.
born talented singer. I
Oh
think
wow.
it's just yeah. So I think actually it's just the passion for what you do and the how hard you're willing to work for it because I just think if you set enough time every day and put your like perfectionist and ego aside things and just have fun with it, um, it's definitely will work whatever you have a talent for or not because it's all it's art. Like when you
Hmm.
produce things or you paint things or music, it's up to the people. It's not you always have some type of audience that will like what you do. So
Hmm.
that's why I think that you actually could make it as a musician, of course, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what would you say you want to achieve with your music?
Mm. What I want to achieve with my music at the beginning was like I want to become a star. I want to be like travel the
Yeah,
world and tour. Like
yeah.
everybody, every artist wants that. But with the time, I actually want more to what what can I bring to people? How can I help people with my music? At
Mm,
the beginning, I just wrote stuff that sounded hard or sounded good. But from now, I actually give more of myself in my music. I actually
yeah,
it's like a diary. So it's like therapy for me. So when I write my songs, I write everything that I actually go through. So my
yeah,
unreleased material, people will notice that, and I think that I'm writing a lot about mental health um and I think that's something. What's funny? I just typed in on Google. I guess that I thought I was gonna search for something with music relatable, but
yeah.
I searched for how to get rid of, and then what came up was like anxiety,
Mm,
stress, and all that stuff. So that's such a big subject that people don't actually talk about,
mm,
and that's what I'm putting in my music, and that's why I hope that I could help people with that. So
yeah, yeah.
that's what I want to accomplish.
That's a great thing because the rates of anxiety and depression and all sorts of mental health issues are
Yeah.
probably underestimated.
Hmm.
Probably loads of people have it, but are
Mm.
just don't get diagnosed or don't talk about it. So listening to
Exactly.
your music will help them relate to something and maybe get their own emotions out without
Yeah.
having to do the things they don't want to do.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the point. Like I
Mm,
hope you cannot change the whole world, but at least if I can change like or help somebody, that's the biggest thing for me. Some artists
mm,
like people when they want to change something or made an impact, they focus too much on a large audience. You have to start like with one person because if you can help that person, maybe that person could, on the other hand, help somebody else. So
yeah.
you have to start somewhere.
Absolutely. And do you find that writing about your own issues and your own
Hmm.
life in your music makes the
Hmm.
music sound better because it makes it real in a way?
Mm. Definitely, because the thing is like this: you can have like lyrics where you're telling your story, and you can gain effect that where people can relate to it, and you can actually have lyrics that makes no fucking sense,
Yeah.
but the feeling is there. So it all depends on if it's real to you. That's what people I think do wrong musicians nowadays because they want to make music what actually they think people want to hear. But
Mm,
if you make for you and you write the lyrics as how you because if you describe love can be described like in 10, 20 different ways to people.
mm,
But for me and you it could be in one way. So if you can write things in your way, people I think that and not focusing how people will take it in that way, it would as long as it's real, then people
yeah.
would feel it definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, which projects have you been working on recently, and also have you got any that you're working on at the moment that will be released soon?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I've been working on a lot of songs. I think we are up to like 7 songs right now. So
Wow.
it would be like 2 drill songs, 3 acoustic songs, and I think it's like 3 random songs. I don't want to place a specific genre, but
Yeah.
it's 7 songs, and I'm gonna release the first one at the end of January. There will be music videos and all kind of promotion. So I'm very excited because this will be the first time where I actually promote my stuff,
Mm.
because that's like 99% of the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the thing about being an independent artist, isn't it? You don't have a big powerhouse
Mm,
behind you to sort of do the promotion for you. You have to, a lot of
exactly.
it is on you.
Exactly. It's like if you understand the music industry, which I start to learning more about, it's like 20% skill and
Mm.
80% is like networking and promoting stuff,
Yeah.
because everything happens so quickly nowadays. You cannot just make a song and not just because there's so many songs releasing every day, so you
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
just mm.
Yeah, that's true. And are there any genres that you haven't done yet that you think you'd like to?
I don't know. There's definitely a lot of genres that I haven't made anything with,
Yeah.
but I think I cannot be like that random. I cannot be like doing techno or rock
Yeah.
music or something. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I like rock music, so maybe that would be fun to do. Actually,
Yeah. And does that expand your audience maybe because more you get people who are interested in all genres coming to you
hmm
at some point, or does it maybe retract audience because you still don't have that niche?
I don't know. Actually, I just focus on, for me, as if from my standpoint, when I listen to music, I don't care what type of music it is as long as the music is good. So what
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus on is doing good music, because good music lasts long, and um I want to be here for a long time. And I think that as it doesn't matter which type of genre you do, as long as you do good music, then you will always gain fans from it, because
Mm.
maybe one fan like that song and the other one doesn't like that song, and you cannot please everybody, but
Yeah.
you can just focus on doing great music though. So,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. And here we go. Who are your favorite musicians that have inspired you over the years?
I have a lot of favorite,
Yeah.
but I think if it's in the hip hop industry, it's definitely Drake and it's Kanye West.
Mm.
Um, and if you're talking about different genre, I would say like bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Elvis Presley, definitely. So I
Yeah.
listen to all kind of stuff, so I inspired by a lot of music. But I would say, yeah, when it comes to hip hop, Drake, Kanye, and other stuff, Red Hot
Mm.
Chili Peppers and Elvis Presley.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's quite an impressive view you've got there. Are you in a hotel or is that the genuine view from your home?
No, no, this is my office slash studio. You see,
Ah,
it's a pretty nice view, right? Except
yeah.
like what you pay for this, you get birds shitting on the window. They don't even fix that.
Oh,
So otherwise, from that, it's a great view.
that's not nice then. You need to get the window cleaners to come up and down.
hmm
Yeah.
I'm
Is
gonna
that the
tell you said so.
yeah. Is that the sea at the end or is it just
Yeah,
something else? Ah,
exactly.
nice.
You can see that from your computer. Sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
just
It's a sea.
about. It's nice to be at
hmm
the sea. Does that inspire
mm
you in any way?
Definitely, definitely. But it's a nice. I have some candles, and when I turn off the light, when I create music, I get a sick vibe from it. So
Mm,
it's definitely worth it.
yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. So, any projects that you're able to tell us about in the immediate future?
Mm, I cannot tell any specific name or anything, but all I can say to people who listen to my music and will find my page on Instagram, the end of January, they will see that there'll come music videos and songs. Other
Mm,
than that, I can't tell anything more.
okay. And where can we check out all the music that you have released so far? I take it it's in all the usual streaming places.
Yes, so it's GSOLAR.
Yeah.
So It's GSOLAR on Spotify, and it's GSOLAR Music on Instagram, and it's GSOLAR on SoundCloud. There
Yeah.
is where I post most of my music.
Yeah. And although it is a bit of an ironic name today, because I don't know if it's just the camera, but looking out the window, it's a very dull day. There's not much solar activity going on.
Exactly. I'm currently now in Sweden, so it's
Yeah.
like it's gray every day. I don't know where you're from, but
UK, yeah.
UK, you have the same weather. You have even worse weather than us, man.
Oh, yeah. Well,
In
it looks
UK,
bright. It looks bright on the camera, but actually it's really dull and has been for
yeah,
at least 3 months. Or
yeah,
way more than that, even, to be honest.
yeah. I feel you.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us here on the show today. It's been great
Thank
chatting
you,
with
my
you.
man. Thank you, my man. Thank you for having me. Have a nice day.